Miss Rwanda does not only discriminate, but it also exposes the participants to sexual harassment.
To ask the previous speaker, are you beautiful?
Of course I am.
And for example, Miss Josiane last year, she's not that beautiful, but still, she took the prize and she has a project in mind which she puts in action.
Miss Rwanda lacks clarity in criteria. They choose according to the height of 1.7 and weight, which does not guarantee the brains that is required.
You know, if you know you're not eligible for Miss Rwanda, you can join other things, other platforms which can promote you, which can help you pour out your goals to the whole world.
Hi everyone, this is again the Flame 24 TV, and today we are giving you a debate about should Miss Rwanda be banned in Rwanda. And in the following, as we continue, you'll see a video of talented girls debating about this debate and giving you their views about how they think this issue should be handled. As a reminder, remember to subscribe, watch, and comment about your opinions about this debate.
Greetings to you all. Beauty before brains. Building to the meaning of Miss Rwanda as a competition that was put in place to favor beautiful girls by giving them prize and money to implement their project, our side truly affirms with today's motion, which states that this house should ban Miss Rwanda competition. Even according to the status quo, they base on certain criteria like height, weight, whereby those who don't fulfill are not given a chance to show the integrity and what they are capable of. If we are to continue promoting Miss Rwanda competition, it will bring more harm than good, since there is no sector it's promoting, hence not participating in country's development. Moving to our arguments being counterproductive, it's not really needed, the purpose is not reached, and lack of clarity. I'm going to detail more on the first 2 points, and the second speaker will explain more about the last 2 points. So back to the first point, it leads to counterproductivity. In the first time, it was put in place to empower generally girls, but in reality, it's empowering beautiful girls, which is not effective and productive. Explaining this more, Miss Rwanda is making other girls who don't fulfill criteria inferior, and this will boost disagreement between girls since are not given equal chances to participate in this competition. Yet there are many who are competent enough and have best ideas that can help the community to develop. So due to this project, our country is enabled to utilize and implement amazing ideas of our fellows. Also, this project is reducing the coexistence between girls, like it's making those who are not able to participate in this competition and those who are able to participate in this competition have misunderstandings since are not treated equally. So this will reduce coexistence between them, and with no coexistence, there is no development, hence counterproductive. So going to the second point being, it's not really needed at all. This project is not really needed at all because there are many forms of empowering girls, like forums such as conference, or even programs like Imbuto Foundation that treat girls equally without imposing such criteria that are pointless. So invest in all girls, empower the nation at large. I rest my case.
Thank you, dear judges. I'm going to start by explaining the keywords. Miss Rwanda is a beauty contest based on brains, beauty, and culture. I'm going to start by refuting her points. She said she defined it as beauty before brains. Miss Rwanda not only looks on beauty, but also looks on the brains. Miss Rwanda takes in consideration your project. You go in Miss Rwanda not because you're beautiful, but because you also have a project in mind that you want to put in actions. Miss Rwanda, and she said there's some criteria: height, weight, beauty. Yes, it's a competition like others. Every competition has conditions for you to be in there. And for example, Miss Josiane last year, she's not that beautiful, but still, she took the prize and she has a project in mind which she puts in actions. She has all criteria. What is beauty to you, dear speakers? What is beauty to you? Beauty is not only on the outside but also in the inside, which means you have to know what you want to do in mind, and you have to also be confident. Not all people go in Imbuto Foundation. Let me specify it. Imbuto Foundation has conditions. You have to be intelligent for Imbuto Foundation to consider you. Imbuto Foundation and those forums she already said already exist. Banning Miss Rwanda won't change anything on it. So there is no reason someone can ban Miss Rwanda, and it is really needed. You said it's very expensive, but that's the reason. Miss Rwanda has sponsors. Miss Rwanda, they act as brand ambassadors. For example, Miss Naomi advertises for ITEL, for Techno, for ITEL phones, MTN, and who in return pay taxes to the government of Rwanda. Miss Rwanda is a source of foreign income through foreign sponsorship. Miss Rwanda promotes made in Rwanda. For example, Miss Jolie, she has an employment in promoting made in Rwanda products, and Miss Rwanda promotes job opportunities. Every girl who goes in Miss Rwanda has a job, as in they have a secured job after that. They promote impactful projects, as I said. For example, Miss Naomi has a project of reducing the rate of depression in Rwanda, which is kind of neglected in Rwanda in these days. And there is also other projects of malnutrition. Foundation Lately, Miss Rwanda Foundation donated more than 1,000 marks to the Kanombe Hospital, which shows that Miss Rwanda is very important in Rwanda. Miss Rwanda is a very good platform to empower women. Yes, I accept there is those forums and Imbuto Foundation, but Miss Rwanda, it increases the empowerment of women in Rwanda. It's a source of entertainment, and it also attracts tourists. It promotes Rwanda's culture worldwide. Let's say those people in Miss Rwanda go worldwide to represent our culture. They dance our traditional dance, as in they promote our culture. And they also create job opportunities. As I said, the people that Ian's Boutique, for example, Ian's Boutique and other things. Thank you. I rest my case.
Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. I will start by refuting what the precurrent speaker from the opposition side brought to the table, and later on go through our case. The precurrent speaker talked about Miss Rwanda being more about beauty, culture, and brains, and yet the current Miss Rwanda Naomi had beauty more than brains, based on the marks that she got in the National Living Exam. And again, not all expensive things are needed. Miss Rwanda is a form of entertainment. You say that Miss Rwanda is a form of entertainment and attracts tourists, and yet there are many other projects that can provide entertainment and tourists without using the big budget that Miss Rwanda uses. So going back to our side, Miss Rwanda lacks clarity in criteria. They choose according to the height of 1.7 and weight, which does not guarantee the brains that is required in Miss Rwanda. And then again, the purpose of Miss Rwanda is not reached. Empowering girls to implement their project is not done. What is done is empowering beautiful girls, whereby an estimation of 50 million is used to fund it, and yet there are a lot of girls in rural areas that are in need of a lot of education, good health, and the implementation of great ideas of businesses that they have that can lead to the development of our country. In all, Miss Rwanda is just a wastage of time and a wastage of money that could have been used in other needy sectors that can promote our country. I rest my case.
Thank you, dear judges. The motion of today states that this House should ban Miss Rwanda. First of all, my first speaker came here and asked the opponents and asked them that what is beauty to them, but they don't show us that what beauty is this. What I call beauty to me is that being able to come in front of you guys and explain what I have in my mind. I explain it brilliantly, how I really feel, what I really thinking, and what I'm really want to express to the audience that is looking at me. And also they came here saying that Miss Rwanda favors beautiful girls. It looks on the weight. It is on the hand and also on the height. And also they came here. That is all to say that Miss Rwanda is discriminative. But I want to tell them that every competition has its rules that it follows so that it can get participants. So if you think that you don't have those rules that they require, you don't fit in there. And also there are also other things that also I also quote how they came here saying that there are other projects that are also there that are empowering the women, which we did not deny. That the Imbuto Foundation is there, FAWE is there, the forums are there, and the conferences are there. But also Miss Rwanda being that the fact that Miss Rwanda is on does not mean that all those projects are denied from working. Also, I can refute on the point that they came here saying that Miss Rwanda is discriminative. Miss Rwanda is not discriminative. Because if I come here and I say that I have a project, I need girls who have this height, and also I want them to come here. They give out what they think that they are going to be impactful to the community. I want those girls. If I come here saying that I fulfill all those requirements, I'm allowed to go in Miss Rwanda. Why not? If I'm tall, if I'm thin, if I'm whatever, I deserve to be there. The fact that you are very fat does not mean that I am the one who caused you to be fat. And also, dear judges, the fact that I'm fat, I would get that as a very good inspiration to me. Because if I'm fat and I really want to go in Miss Rwanda, I would take that. Eat vegetables, eat this and this, which is going to maintain my weight so that next time I can go in Miss Rwanda. So I don't get the point that Miss Rwanda should be banned. Continuing to what they said that Miss Rwanda is not counterproductive, but they did not explain it well. And also they say that it is lack of clarity. But how is it lack of clarity? If I come here and I tell you guys I have a project, I want these girls who have this height, this weight, who beautiful as I say. Beautiful that as I explained, not as how they think. Because I explained that a beautiful girl is someone who can come in front of people and explain what I think and what I want to explain to the people. So if I come here and say that my project is like this, I don't get that as a point of lacking of clarity. And also they also say that it is not rich. How is it not rich? You don't get that, dear opponents. And also they say that it is expensive. Being expensive, what is wrong? What is wrong with it? What is wrong with it? If my project is expensive and it is producing something that is good to the government, not only to the government, but also to the people of the government. And also, they are saying that we should ban Miss Rwanda. What should we bring? What should we bring? They did not tell us that if they are telling us, ban Miss Rwanda, it is expensive, it is counterproductive, it is discriminative, it lacks of clarity. What is that? So if Miss Rwanda is like that, what should we bring? Also, continuing to my side, it is also promote singers, dear judges. How? Like Bravan, like say no, they're invited to the Miss Rwanda so that they can sing, which is also promoting them. And dear judges, entertainment, it is also promotes entertainment. How? Like in the morning, our parents wake up and go to work, come home when they're tired, and also we as children go to school, come home when we're tired. But if there is Miss Rwanda, we all come home very happy that we're going to watch Miss Rwanda, we're going to watch Miss Naomi there, and coming home with that spirit, it is not going to make you feel that very tired, so that you're going to come home, get your full plate, come and sit in front of your television that you bought, and watch Miss Rwanda very peacefully. So that Miss Rwanda is not at any point destroying anything at all. It is also a source of employment. How? Like these MCs, like for example, let's take an example for the cutest girl in Rwanda. Cutest girl in Rwanda. Say no if you disagree. Martina, who works on KC2. Martina, who works on KC2.
Okay.
Martina, who works on KC2. Who was given a job opportunity to work to become an MC of in Miss Rwanda this 2020. She was given the opportunity to become the MC, which is a very good thing, and also lucky. And also he's called Lion Manzi, the famous one. Yes, and not only to the MCs, but also, as I said, to the singers like Bravan and Senore. And also, we can say that Miss Rwanda promotes the culture, because even in Miss Rwanda, on the final competitions, the girls who are contesting for the Miss Rwanda, the crown, they wear the missionaries that resembles our culture, which is a very good thing that is promoting our culture. The second thing we can also say that is. That my first speaker said, she said that it is a brand that it helps the the girls who was in Miss Rwanda become brand ambassadors of different companies, like for example MTN, Airtel, Techno, and also others. Like Miss Naomi, we've seen her very many times on social medias when she's advertising for the Itel, for the Techno, for the MTN, which is also a good thing, not only to the government but also to her herself, which is also going to help her to develop herself. And also, before I forget, they came here telling us that Miss Rwanda, Miss Rwanda is very discriminative. But I forgot to tell them a very good point. They came telling us about how it's not all about the brain, it's all about the beauty. But also, you cannot come in Miss Rwanda when you have a project of helping, like what? Okay, acting, coming here and arranging these chairs. That's not a project that is not going to be impactful. I was also saying about how they came here telling us that Miss Rwanda is only based on beautifulness only, but also it is also based on what you have in your brain, what you are able to give to the community that is going to be impactful. Like for example, like Miss Naomi came here. They say that Miss Naomi had few marks in the NE, but the fact that I got less grades in the NE does not mean that I don't have something that is going to impact the community I live in. It does not mean that I'm going to stop to serve the community I live in just because I got less marks in the NE. So my dear friends, Miss Rwanda being on does not remove out also these projects that are empowering girls. There are different things, as you say, they are working. So we're not just because that Miss Rwanda is on is not obstructing them from doing what they gotta do. Thank you, dear judges.
Dear judges, we have proved to you beyond doubt why Miss Rwanda should be banned. The precurrent speakers have come and told us that how do we define beauty, but themselves they came and told us about about Josiane, that she was less beautiful, meaning they know themselves what beauty is. And then they told us that to them beauty is how you come and you are able to explain something. So there you are confusing us between beauty and brains. Like, exactly, beauty you do not come and define, dear friends. Beauty is what we'll be able to see. It's your appearance, how we see you. And you yourselves, you told us how Josiane was less beautiful, but she was still able to do all that. But may I remind you that Josiane is one in many years. In all those years, we have seen that they have always promoted beauty more than brains. As you say that it is beauty, brains, and culture, we also agree to that. But in reality, they favor more to beauty than they do to the brains. Another thing, they came and told us that these participants of Miss Rwanda will be able to get jobs, employments, and advertise. That's exactly what we are saying, that it is discrimination. Those Miss Rwandas already have got money, they already have cars, and moreover, we are giving them more jobs. But there are other girls in rural areas who are not able to afford all that, and we are neglecting them, yet they are fellow Rwandans. Another thing, a reminder to my fellow opponents, Miss Rwanda was initiated so that there would be girl empowerment, countrywide. So if you're going to tell us that the participants already deserve what they get, yes, we agree with you, they deserve it. But Miss Rwanda's goal, or what it should achieve, is to empower even those ones who you think they do not deserve it, because they were unable to reach that. Because, as you said, that each competition has conditions, but we are saying there are some conditions that like they are God-given. As you said, if I was born tall, or no, let me say, if I was born short, and as a child, I've always had the dream of joining the competition. They will crush my dream because I'm short. So what can I do? Like, should I make myself tall? Should I cry to what? Because that's what our point continues, says that it is discrimination. These girls who are not allowed to join the competition because of those conditions, major including the weight. You told us about how you will go on diet. may I remind you, there are some things which are hereditary, which you cannot change. They're in the genes of your family. You are not going to take years. You will not do the sports or the diet so that you'll be less, or you'll be less fat or skinny. Another thing you said is that Miss Naomi was, she did not have education, like she was not great in school, but her project was impacting like to the community she lives in. This is what I'm saying. Miss Naomi's project, if I remember well, it is about depression. I do not say that we've been neglecting depression in Rwanda, but it's because we have far more bigger problems than depression in Rwanda. We are not going to be like the abroad countries where teenagers commit suicide, they are depressed because of bullying. For sure, in Rwanda, those cases are far minor than the problems where there is teenage pregnancy and your parents, they refuse to continue aiding you, and then you go on the streets. There are problems about malnutrition. There are far more bigger problems that the country should think about investing in its money rather than depression. Another thing, you came and told us about how they promote singers and Ian Boutique. Those are shops we already know, like they already have a standard. We already know them. They're already famous because they have money. They can invest themselves. Though Miss Rwanda uses their clothes and promotes them, it's not really benefitable to the whole country. How are you telling me Ian Boutique is going to help the people who are in rural areas suffering from malaria, suffering from other diseases, yet Ian Boutique is there? And another thing, you talked about how it is a form of entertainment and how it attracts tourists. There are far more forms of entertainment and that attract tourists which do not require such a big budget as the Miss Rwanda competition. Like, as my current speaker said, they came and told you about an estimation of 50 billion, which we believe is far more less than what is actually used. So we're telling you, let them, you told us that there is no reason as to why Miss Rwanda should be banned, so because the other forums can still be ongoing, and we didn't tell you what we will bring to the table if Miss Rwanda is banned. We told you if we ban Miss Rwanda, those other programs you've been saying that they can remain, like we will add in more effort to them so that they can prosper. Like, you're going to tell us about how they can remain there and Miss Rwanda still remains there. But let me remind you that Miss Rwanda, being highly privileged, makes the other competitions seem far more less. Like, if I was to tell you to either join Miss Rwanda or Miss Career something, you would prefer Miss Rwanda because it is far more popular, far more benefitable to you. You came and told us about Miss Naomi, her advertising and how it improves the country's development. That's what we are continuing to tell you. It is Miss Naomi individually. She has a car, she has money, and then she's continually advertising and getting more money. Whereby other women who are in the rural areas or who were unable to join the participation, they gain nothing at all. And then you told us about how Miss Rwanda it has donors and people who invest in it. Those same people who invest in Miss Rwanda are the ones we are looking for, so that they come and invest in far more profitable organizations like Fawe, like other forums my current speaker said. Another thing I would like to tell you is the Miss Rwanda does not only discriminate, but it also exposes the participants to sexual harassment. Like, the people, the girls who participate in Miss Rwanda are exposed to men who feel like they are obliged to their bodies, because basically, if you are in Miss Rwanda, there is already a level you are on, and people believe that you're going to compete in Miss World. And when you reach there, they tell you to wear bikinis, they tell you to wear things that do not fall in your culture, and then you start refusing. Yet you knew when you went in Miss Rwanda what we are going in. Then you start quarreling and you start arguing that it is beneath you, that it does not match with your personal beliefs. Yet when you went in Miss Rwanda, you knew there was a possibility that you would reach to that level, and they would ask you that, which crushes the whole point of culture, as they say that it promotes culture. There are other things we have seen that can promote culture without wasting our time, wasting our money, like Miss Rwanda does. Another thing, she talked about the cute girl Martina who was able to get that work. If the Martina girl was already skilled enough, she wouldn't need Miss Rwanda to boost her skills. She would have got through the Miss Career, through the fire things, if they were putting more effort. But because we do not put in more effort, it's because nobody's benefiting from them. All we care about is Miss Rwanda, which will help only Miss Naomi, which will help individually those people without thinking about the people who are in the rural areas, without thinking about their problems and how we can solve them. Another thing is we talked about inferiority. I do not know, as you all said about Miss Naomi's, about the depression. If she's against depression, she should be even against Miss Rwanda herself. Because if I see Miss Naomi, I will already put labels to what beauty is. I'll say this person should be slim, they should be brown, they should be like this and like this. And because I'm not that, let's say I'm short, I'm fat, I'm all that, I'll feel another kind of way. I do not know if you don't think so yourselves, but if Miss Rwanda is supposedly continues, more girls as they go, they've always had dreams of, like, we see young children modeling as if they are misses. But when the time comes and they want to join those competitions, they will be refused because they are not as tall as they want. 1.7. If I cannot be that tall, like, God gave us the minds to create the hills. That's why the hills are there. They should allow us to go there and use them, but they do not, because to them they do not. We are not qualified enough. Another thing, I would like to remind you that there is nothing of cash. Inferiority is still there, and we still feel diminished. We who are not allowed to go in Miss Rwanda because we feel we do not deserve it because we are less beautiful or we do not have the brains. Yet, actually, we do, and my height does not guarantee my brains. There's something you said about eligibility being eligibility and not discrimination. That we fully agree with you. But like, if there is some conditions they put in place, like being able to speak in either English or French, that is something that a person can be able to put in more effort and learn that language and therefore participate in the competition. But things like that are natural, like the height I have, there's nothing I can change about my height, but the height or the weight I have does not guarantee the skills I would have or what I would bring to the table and how it would impact the whole community as well. Another thing you talked about how it's not the only thing. Like, if I'm fat, there are other things I would do. That's the whole point. Miss Rwanda is not the center of our country, because there are other things. Therefore, ban it so that that money we've been using, we use it in other programs which are far many and which are far more benefitable. You told us that how does the Miss Rwanda not provide women empowerment. We showed you that the people who are empowered are individually, like the others, the women empowerment nationally, like national as white, they are not empowered. The only people who are empowered are the ones who already had empowerment. Let's say Miss Naomi, she had already been empowered and she'd already reached to a certain level, but still you are adding more benefits for her. Like, you are still giving her things to advertise for. like we continue seeing Naomi, but we do not see the other people, like they're in the background and we are not helping them at all. Yet its initiative was to help women, like not the women who are beautiful, not the women who only have the brains, and those projects they bring to the table, they should like they should show us that they are going to help all the girls, but they do not. Hence why Miss Rwanda should be totally banned.
Okay, thank you. So answering to the POI, she said something about girls being depressed because they cannot enter Miss Rwanda. We already told you, if you know you're not eligible for Miss Rwanda, you can join other things, other platforms which can promote you, which can help you pour out your goals to the whole world. You can join others. If I can't join Gashara Girls Academy, I can join Maranyundo. There's another alternative. It's not the center of everything. If there's always an alternative. If you know your dreams, if you know what you want, you can join another thing which is eligible to you. And she said something about empowering the empowered. Okay. Naomi is so far the only Miss who joined the Miss Rwanda competition who was like popular. Like other Misses, like Miss Jolie, the Miss Eliane, they were not like well known before they joined Miss Rwanda. But because they joined Miss Rwanda, they were known. It's not empowering the empowered. It's empowering the ones who want us to know that they want to achieve something in life. And she said something. Continuing. She said that the projects that are being held there are only benefiting Miss Naomi, but according to what Miss Naomi has been up to, she has donated in the Miss Rwanda Foundation more than 1,000 face masks to the Kanombe Hospital. She has been helping people from Nyaruguru, educating girls about how they should stop not fighting for their dreams. And she said that there are these things that are wearing bikinis which promote sexual harassment. Okay, we do not like get to the point. The point is not clear. Like joining the competition, joining the competition and wearing a bikini, it doesn't equal sexual harassment. There is no way it is equal to sexual harassment. It means, okay, is there sexual harassment on every beach in the world? Like every like on every lake, on every ocean, there is sexual harassment because girls that are wearing bikinis. No, wearing a bikini is not equal to sexual harassment. You are overthinking this. We should support Miss Rwanda because Miss Rwanda it's promoting it's helping the government of Rwanda because the brand ambassadors, they promote the products which are made in Rwanda and other countries, other companies which are in Rwanda, which pay taxes and leads to the government development, and it's a source of foreign income through foreign sponsorship. It promotes made in Rwanda products, like the example she said about Miss Jolie being the brand ambassador of Made in Rwanda, and it has impactful projects and impacts like the malnutrition project and the depression project. It helps and it is a good platform for empowering girls. So we are saying Miss Rwanda should remain because Miss Rwanda is all needed and it's impactful. Thank you. So I want to ask the current speaker, are you beautiful?
Yes. Of course I am.
So if you decide to come on the doors of Miss Rwanda, asking for you to join the Miss Rwanda contest of that year, I won't close the doors just because I'm saying that I'm going to only allow girls who are beautiful. So if you think you're beautiful, no one is going to judge you. Come, enter. If you don't reach the finals, then go. Regardless, we move. With who want us to move.
So answering to what the current speaker said, yes, they're not going to allow me to be a participant in this competition due to the fact of this discrimination of this competition, because I don't fulfill those pointless criteria of them, height and what, so that I'm not going to be a participant in this competition. Thank you.
Thank you, dear judges. We are here talking about the reply speech, what they said and what we refuted on their points. They came here talking about how Miss Rwanda is based on criteria, and told them that eligibility is eligibility, non-discrimination. Also refuting to the point that they came here talking about of discrimination. Where we told them that
Miss Rwanda is a competition, and it has rules that it follows. So if the participant does not fulfill the requirements that Miss Rwanda is asking, so the participant will not come. Also, even wasting time asking for a position in it. And also, they came here talking about how Miss Rwanda is expensive, and we told them that expensive but productive. They also came here talking about that there are different other projects that are empowering the women, which we also we also show them that Miss Rwanda is not obstructing them from doing what they gotta do. They also came here talking about beauty before brain, and also told them that you cannot come in Miss Rwanda without having a project, and you cannot have a project which is very impactless to the community. And also they came here talking about sexual harassment. We told them that the fact that they say that wear a bikini and you don't wear a bikini, it's all about choices that you make. If you don't want to wear a bikini, you will not wear a bikini. You will not even attend those the Miss Universe, which would not get the point of sexual harassment. And also they came here talking about lack of clarity and not reach. We asked them to explain more, but they did not talk about at all. We also told them that Miss Rwanda is source of employment. How we showed that to the MCs and also to the singers. We showed them how Miss Rwanda is helping the country to get foreign income. Thank you. I rest my case.
So we expected the opposition side to show us the unique importance of Miss Rwanda and show us why it should continue functioning, but they did not show us, and they showed us how Miss Rwanda isn't the only option for women to develop. So that proves why Miss Rwanda should be banned. And they were also not able to show us how the problem of discrimination and continuous empowerment of the participants of Miss Rwanda, how those problems should be banned. And they also asked us solved. And they also asked us if sexual harassment occurs at all lakes. First of all, these bikinis are not worn on these lakes or beaches. They are worn on the stages while they are walking, which arouses sexual desire in men. And they also talked about eligibility, where we showed them that the conditions that are put by Miss Rwanda are God-given, so they cannot be changed. So it shows the discrimination that we are talking about. And they also didn't show us how those tall ones will be able to be allowed in the short ones will be able to be allowed in the competition. And also the definition of beauty matches the one of brains, so we completely deny that. And inferiority also, they didn't tell us how it will be solved. And we also showed them that banning Miss Rwanda provides room for more investment to other programs, but they did not show us how these programs will be more invested when Miss Rwanda is still functioning. Thank you.
Thank you for watching again. Remember to subscribe, share and comment about the video.